Today I am going to explain moving coil galvanometer. What is moving coil galvanometer and what is its principle? The principle of moving coil galvanometer is whenever a current carrying coil is kept in the magnetic field, it experiences the torque and rotates. This is you see the picture, this is a current carrying coil, right? Follow the cursor. This is round circle one is the cylindrical soft iron. Okay, you see here, this is a cylinder. Just like the cylinder will be like this there. Over that there is a one coil is wound like this. That only upper face is appearing for us. This is a coil. Whenever this coil, current carrying coil is kept in the magnetic field, it experiences the torque and the torque will act. Due to the torque, this coil will be rotates either in anti-clockwise direction, right? The green lines are showing, or in clockwise direction. This is the principle, right? Moving coil galvanometer works based on principle that whenever a current carrying coil kept in the magnetic field, it experiences the torque and rotates. Actually, what is the use of the moving coil galvanometer? It is used to measure the small currents and small voltages. How it will measure, how it will work, let us discuss. For that, to see this, the soft iron moving coil galvanometer consists a cylindrical soft iron. Okay, and over that an insulated copper wire is wound. This blue lines of the copper wire, through that the current will be passes. This is placed in between north and south poles, okay, that are in the concave shape. And for the coil, one spring is there and that is connected to one pointer. That pointer is movable on the circular scale. For the circular scale, at the center 0 will be there. On both sides the deflections will be increases. Now let us see the working, right? And when the current passes through the coil, then the torque will act on the coil because this coil is in the magnetic field produced by the north and south poles of the magnet. And whenever the torque acts on that, it will deflect. For example, it is deflecting in left side. When the coil deflects in anti-clockwise direction, the pointer deflects in left side from the 0, and that left side torque is the deflecting torque. Okay, rotating force is called as the torque, deflecting torque, and it rotates up to some point and finally comes to rest, right? Finally comes to rest. Why it will comes to rest? There is some restoring torque also there. Okay, when the deflecting torque is 0, it will come back to, this pointer will come back to original position. The torque, right, which tries to bring the coil to its original position is said to be restoring torque, right? And due to the passage of current, deflecting torque will act, right? Due to spring system, the restoring torque will be there. Okay, and different torque formula we know NIAB sin theta, but in this, from the figure we say that the plane of the coil, normal to the plane of coil, is always perpendicular to the field. From the figure angle we write as 90 degree. Then if you write that 90 degree, then we will get as the deflecting torque as NIAB sin 90, sin 90 value is 1, NIAB we will get. N is the number of turns in the coil, I is the current in the coil, A is the area of the coil, B is the magnetic field. Next, restoring torque is what? Okay, for example, for 1 degree rotation, the restoring torque generated in the spring is the C, means the torque. Okay, for example, there is no current, should not show any reading, it should show 0, right? Then further the pointer should go back, then the torque which bring the pointer to original position, coil to original position, is called as the restoring torque. For 1 degree restoring torque is C, right? That is the restoring torque per unit twist. And for theta degree the restoring torque is d theta because it is rotated by an angle theta, right? Rotated by an angle theta here, right? This is the restoring torque. When the deflecting torque is more, the pointer further it will rotate. If restoring torque is more, it will go back. Then when the both are balanced, it will be at rest and it will show some reading. Here, to maintain at rest, the condition is that the deflecting torque should be equal to restoring torque. Deflecting torque formula is NIAB. Restoring torque formula is C theta. Right, from equation 1 and 2. Then from that I is equal, we will get as C by PA into theta. but I is equal to k theta we will get. Then from this we write as I proportional to theta. K is what here? C by BAN is considered as K. K is equal to C by BAN, that is galvanometer constant. And next topic is the current sensitivity. So you see here, what is the meaning of this? For example, here the current formula we got is finally C by BAN is theta. If the more current passes, then more deflection it takes, and pointer will show the more reading, like that. Current is proportional to deflection, or the deflection proportional to current. What is current sensitivity next? Current sensitivity means deflection per unit current is called as the current sensitivity. That means deflection by current is called as the current sensitivity. Current formula we know C by BAN into theta. From that, if you write the theta by I formula, BAN by C we will get. Next, voltage sensitivity. Deflection per unit voltage is called as the voltage sensitivity. Deflection by voltage. Voltage formula is current into resistance of the galvanometer. Okay, V equal to Ig V rose here. Theta by I formula is already we know from above equation, current sensitivity BAN by C. That we write here. Theta by I is the BAN by C into G is the resistance of galvanometer. Okay. Next, relation between the voltage sensitivity and current sensitivity. You see here, voltage sensitivity is equal to deflection by voltage. Voltage we write as current into resistance. This deflection by current here we got theta by I. That you see voltage sensitivity formula, deflection by voltage. Voltage we wrote as current into resistance. Deflection by current is the current sensitivity. That theta by I value is the current sensitivity from this. Voltage sensitivity is equal to we got as current sensitivity by galvanometer resistance. Next few questions based on this. Increase in current sensitivity may not increase the voltage sensitivity. Why? For example, if current sensitivity increases, voltage sensitivity should increase from this equation, but it is not increased. Why? You explain, right? The current sensitivity increased. For example, we are increasing the current sensitivity. If you increase the current sensitivity by increasing the number of turns, when increases, current sensitivity increases. When number of turns increases, current sensitivity increases, right? When number of turns increases, length of the wire also increases, coil also increases. When length of wire increases, automatically resistance of the galvanometer increases. That means we say that if current number of turns increases, current sensitivity increases. If current sensitivity increases, number of turns increases, then galvanometer resistance also increases. If numerator increases, denominator also increasing. Why? Number of turns we are increasing, that means current sensitivity increasing. Then length of the wire increasing, resistance of the galvanometer also increasing. Due to that, voltage sensitivity remains constant. If current sensitivity increases, then the resistance of galvanometer also increases. Resistance of galvanometer, how it is increasing? If current sensitivity increases, that resistance of galvanometer also increasing. Then the ratio is constant, current sensitivity by resistance. When the ratio is constant, voltage sensitivity is constant. That means, you see here, if current sensitivity, number of turns increases, current sensitivity increasing, number of turns increases, resistance of galvanometer also increasing. That means, if current sensitivity increases, resistance of galvanometer also increases, that's why ratio is constant, voltage sensitivity not increases. What is the role of the radial magnetic field? In this, the magnetic field, we are using the concave shaped, you see the picture, we are using the concave shaped poles and soft iron cylindrical shape. Due to that, radial magnetic field will be produces. Due to the radial magnetic field, always angle is 90 degree, and due to that, when angle is 90 degree, sin 90 is 1. That is sin value maximum. The torque also maximum. Maximum torque will act on the coil. Due to radial magnetic field, angle between the magnetic field and normal to the plane of coil is 90 degree. Theta 90 degree and torque maximum is the reason. What is the role of the cylindrical soft iron? Due to cylindrical soft iron, radial magnetic field produces, that is used to increase the strength of the magnetic field, because soft iron also magnetized. Due to that, strength of the magnetic field is increases. You see here, why we are using the soft iron? Okay, we are wounding the coil around the soft iron. This is soft iron, right? Around the soft iron cylindrical rod. Okay, over that we are wounding the coil. What is the reason? Soft iron can magnetize when current passes, or when it is placed in the between the north and south poles. And when it is magnetized, it can also produce the magnetic field. Due to the strength of the magnetic field will be increases. Okay, this is the reason, right? These are very important topic. Practice properly and learn properly. Okay, thank you and subscribe and share my channel.